I just got dropped off at the trailhead with several other hikers. We're entering the Lost Creek Wilderness now. And I had a great time at Two Bridges Hostel. I highly recommend it. Sherry and John, the owners, are just amazing. And since I was there last year, they have done a lot of improvements. They've added some new rooms and really dressed things up a bit. So super nice place to stay. They've got tent sites right on the river, some cabins, or not cabins, but I guess lodge-like rooms would be a better way to put it, and even some like one-bedroom suites that are beautiful. So anyway, it was great, and if you're in the area, I recommend staying there. They'll shuttle you from this trailhead up to Kenosha Pass so you can get around, and I guess lots of people have been taking advantage of that, which is pretty nice. So I am on my way to Kenosha Pass on foot. Should take me a couple days to get there, and then on to Breckenridge. I pushed my reservation by 1 day, so I should be there on Monday. Today is, what's today? The 6th, so that makes it day 5 for me on the trail. And I am really excited to be going up to 12,000 feet and into the mountains. So I will see you in a bit. These are our first real aspen groves on the trail. This is the start of segment 4. Well, I think the little break at Two Bridges did me a world of good, mentally and physically. I actually woke up hungry this morning and I had junk food bonanza. I had Lucky Charms, 2 Pop-Tarts, and a Hostess cupcake for dessert. So that was a pretty good breakfast, and I'm starting hiking here about 8:30, which is awesome. But I just got a little ways up the trail and I almost made a really bad mistake. In fact, I had started making a bad mistake, but I'm gonna turn around. You can see that trail marker behind me. I thought that was the trail, but it is not. It's a different trail, and the trail that I should be on, the Colorado Trail, is actually right behind me. So I'm heading that way. Actually had started down the other trail and I saw Gunslinger coming back and I thought something was wrong, and she said no, she had just walked half a mile the wrong way, unfortunately, and half a mile back. So even though she came on the shuttle before me, she lost some time there, unfortunately, and that happens every now and then, but thankfully we can usually catch our mistakes before we go too far. So I am going to turn around and walk that way and keep on going. It's really nice this morning to be just taking my time and not rushing it to get anywhere. It's just so cool to be able to just stroll through the forest and enjoy the quiet and the birds and that sort of thing. And it's funny because this little stretch of trail here, it's almost like a road. And the thing I remember most from last year, because I had gotten sick in Bailey and I thought I had a cold, but I was struggling mightily on the uphills. And there was another hiker named Phil who came out on the shuttle with me, and he was so kind. He was ahead of me, but every time I stopped to catch my breath, he'd stop to make sure I was okay. And he did this all the way up to the Meadow. So I think it was about 8 miles or so that he would stop and start and make sure I was okay. He didn't want to leave me alone. And it was just the sweetest thing, because I had not even met him till we got on the shuttle. But I want to say thank you to Phil and all the Phils out there who are willing to take the extra time to help somebody out. It really, really meant a lot. All right, this is the official entrance to the Lost Creek Wilderness, and we need a permit. All the stuff is in here, so let me fill one out real quick. All right, I am all permitted, and for the moment, I am, well, I was gonna say I'm going down a hill, but looks like it's flat or maybe uphill soon. Hard to predict whether you're going up or down. But we were climbing for quite a while, which is pretty tiring. So this is a welcome respite for a moment. And I think I actually goofed as I put the permit in the box. I believe I was supposed to keep half of it, so hopefully I won't get stopped and asked for it. Just took a nice little break here with Heather, who I think is now Transformer, and Tadpole and Gunslinger. We have our last big climb of the day coming up. It is 1,300 feet in 2.2 miles. So steep, but not terrible. And I'm excited because it is a bluebird kind of day today, and I was just gifted the trail name Bluebird. So I'm excited about that. I think it's a happy name. It means good luck, good tidings, all of those things that seem to fit with my spirit. So I'm thrilled about that. And you can call me Bluebird, you can still call me Joey, and of course, Joyful Rambler. Well, I'm in the last half mile of this big climb. And with all the gain and loss and gain, it's got to be closer to 2,000 feet. So pretty exhausting, but just taking it slow. Gun barrel's behind me, so we kind of play slinky a little bit. She'll catch up and I'll move on. But it's going well. I just wish I was a little stronger, and I know I will be very soon. I made it to the creek at the top of this section and started heading down, which is such a shame because I worked so hard for that elevation gain. But I'm heading on down the trail, and pretty soon I will be in the meadow that I've been looking forward to so much. I've got about, about to fall over. I've got about 8 miles to go, probably 7.5 now, from the peak down to the campsite. And I'm gonna meet up with Heather and Tadpole this evening, hopefully. So it's running kind of late. It's past 2, so I probably won't be there till a little bit after 6, which is a little bit late for me to stop, but it's okay. I want to get the miles in. That'll give me 14.5 for the day, and that is keeping me on track. There have been a ton of blowdowns through this section from the very beginning, and a lot of them you kind of just have to go around. Some of them you can go over or under, but many of them actually have trail kind of carved out around them so that people can navigate. I'm gonna stop walking so I don't trip, but it's kind of interesting to think that I don't remember this little stretch at all from my hike last year. I guess I was just sick enough that I was in a fog at the time. But yeah, it's interesting, kind of flat, sort of barren, a little sad. And like I said, lots and lots of blowdowns to navigate. Made it. I've been looking down so long I didn't realize there was a view over there. Looks like someone's setting up camp up ahead as I walk into the beginning of the meadow. Sorry for the bouncing, a little unsteady. All right, this is what I've been looking forward to seeing all day long. I just feel like this is so amazing, this view. There's a creek running down through the middle, and this meadow actually goes on for 6 whole miles, if you can believe that. I think that area up ahead where you see the road up there and the trees are a little bit cleared out, that's where I camped last summer. And I'm planning on going on beyond that this summer to do actually most of the whole meadow, and then camp just about 2 miles before the end of segment 6. Where am I? Of this segment, shall I say. Actually, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I believe it's segment 4. I tell you, as beautiful this is, I'm having this battle with myself between wanting to rush to get to camp by about 6 o'clock tonight and slow down and savor this, because who knows if I'll ever come this way again. So it's a battle going on inside me at the moment. I know that I need to slow down, but I get so excited to get to camp and rest that sometimes I just push too hard. So anyway, I'm going to do my best to slow down and savor this meadow experience. And if I see anything really cool, I will share it with you for sure. Well, sadly, no wildlife yet. I'm sure they're out there, I just can't see them. Well, I finally made it to camp. 14 miles, felt like 20 today, but there's lots of us here, which is good. We sat around and just talked and had dinner for a bit, and now everybody's getting ready to call it a night.